hours and seeing this, and it was like, all was very stressful, and I grew to love it.
Yeah.
I grew to love it. Never taught regular people.
I had never worked with that population before. I was always in the state hospital system. But this population is so much more thankful.
They're big and they're fun.
Yeah, yeah.
You have a lot of alumni, Jamie. Jamie, Bubbly Jamie, she does swimming and stuff, I mean, she goes there.
You know, it's just kind of like what reveals itself.
He knocks on my door. See this? What's her name? Oh, yeah. Even if you're big, it's so rocking, right? I'm not telling you.
So, this is the one on this side.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go downstairs
invited him to sing with us, but he doesn't read.
But I have let the other parts of my garden go completely to seed.
Yeah, I love it. It's just too dark. And it's like.
It's not horrible.
It's
Yeah,
natural.
it was
Oh, it's nature, it's natural, it's doing what it
I want
wants
to
to
get
do.
that grass back in some of it and just keep it up. I don't have energy.
He always had somebody with him that was like taking the run off of his suit or something. It's like, man, I need one of those. What was it on? Well, 5 and 3 makes 8. Okay, gang, because we have few chairs in this place, your papers on the floor or in front of you or in your lap. I mean, we got half the
Those old parchment maps. But this trip is your own. They can't show you.
There's a place in front of you in the seat to stick your paper.
It's the journey
Under the seat and above the floor.
that makes the heaven smile. Roadsides change every time you make a miles. Travel on till you're out of time. The journey is the reason you're alive. Throughout our history, spiraling road is all that it's meant to be. You'll find there's only one way. Feels right for you to go. Keep that hunger alive, and in your heart of hearts, you'll know it's the journey that makes the heaven smile. Roadsides change every time you make a mile. Just travel on till you're out of time. The journey is the reason you're alive. Angels who have flown too near the earth, and love the wandering children who have never wandered home, and cried from knowing how it felt alone. Think of all broken hearts in heaven, since heaven's when you love enough to care about those people who've forgotten how to love, love enough to have enough to share. Hope can give you anything but what you hope to find. Faith can make your fondest dreams come true. When you're seeking answers, don't follow them too far. And angels won't be crying over you. Have you ever seen a fallen cherub? Were you strong enough to help him stand? Did you hear the music as it filled his gratitude? Or was it muffled by your attitude? But on it goes till people find some reason for their lives and stop this selfish longing for it all. Maybe with a trusting soul, gain a trusting mind. Broken hearts won't clutter heaven's hall. Angels who have come around to see about the wandering children who have never wandered home, cried as they remembered how they roamed.
Morning, folks. Morning. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. A lot to do today. I hope you can hang around. This is a church, and we say it every week, that's built on covenant, not creed. We come together rooted in our promises of how we're going to treat one another, rather than what we believe about ultimate things. We think how we live this life matters, and we all try to do that in a fashion that's responsible to ourselves and to the people around us and to the planet, and encourage one another on our individual spiritual paths. So that to that end, whoever you are, whatever your age, race, origin, orientation, background, status, ability, identity, if you care to be here with us in a spirit of mutuality, you are always, always welcome. Is our president the BPOD, our board person at the head? Susan, yell it.
Yay, Suzanne.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm really glad to be here today in this beautiful space that Barbara and Sally have helped decorate with the greenery. We have greenery today. So our giveaway the plate this month is Shreveport-Bossier Animal Rescue, and Ava Kate is one of our people who does that. Ava Kate, stand up. Yeah. It's just a really, really good project, taking care of little animals and trying to help them find a new home. So all of our giveaway the place is going to go to Shreveport-Bossier Animal Rescue this month. And so I've been thinking about it, and my 24-year-old kitty cat, Harley Davidson, passed away last month. After 24 years, I told my husband I liked the cat more than I liked him. So I decided that whatever we give to give away the plate, my family is going to double it.
Aww.
So, that's a challenge. That's my challenge. Our volunteer of the month is Barbara Dager, who is also into animals. She does the that came out kind of weird. She does the blessing of the animals every year, so we always enjoy that. And she also does sermons, and she writes poetry. She's on the building and grounds. She does the adult RE, just all kinds of things. And then in her spare time, I know she was doing equine therapy with handicapped children, and still does that. And so she's just an awesome lady. She's our volunteer of the month, and we might give her a special parking space or something. Yes. Okay, so one more announcement. Well, two more things I want to say. This Friday at 7 p.m. right here, we're going to have game nights. And usually I get beaten in dominoes or something like that. But 7 o'clock Friday coming up. Okay, one more thing. And I have these postcards that the children at Dilley Detention Center in Texas drew the pictures on. When I photocopied them, we're doing a mail out to the commissioners at the Alexandria Airport. They're going to rent out an area at the Alexandria Airport to make a family detention center. And they're going to have another big meeting at the end of August, the 28th of August. So what we've done is we've got their names and their addresses on this little sheet of paper. And if anybody could, and it's talking points of why this is not a good idea. Now, y'all know why it's not a good idea, but this is just some more information. And we're just asking if you want a little package of 10, one for each of these commissioners. They're on the table out there, and if you could just put it in your heart to do that, because it's very important. And I think that's all I have.
What about the meeting?
Oh, the meeting after.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Oh, no big deal. No big deal.
I know everybody knows about the meeting after.
No, they don't.
Oh, they don't? Okay. There is a meeting after this meeting, after the church service, to talk about some of our options that we have going forward with another possible building. And the architect is going to come and show us and talk about it and all of that fun stuff. So please stay for that. We won't be voting today. This is just a presentation.
But you'll need that information to vote.
Yeah, you will need to know. Yeah, it's kind of important to know what's going on before you vote.
We wish everybody could.
Right, yeah, everybody does.
It's next Sunday.
Yeah, the voting meeting is next Sunday. Does anybody have anything else that I forgot? Because I will forget stuff. I can't remember stuff this week.
Gift.
All right, thank you. Thank you much.
I was just going to say that a lot of the information that will be shared with us at the meeting following this will be available either through Dropbox or I don't know if we got any of them printed.
Yes, we did get
okay.
it printed.
Okay, good, because I know everybody has different learning methods and abilities to hear and abilities to retain what goes past them, you know, so I am slow at all of that, and I just want you to know that there will be ways for you to review all that information between this Sunday and next Sunday before we vote. All right. Relax into your seat. I've been pacing more this morning than usual. Relax into your seat and take a couple of comfortable breaths. And let's enter a spirit of elevating and contemplating things that matter, which is the root of the word worship. We've chosen to bring ourselves here to this sanctuary to gather as a community of faith. We join together in solidarity as a covenanted people who are joined together by our promise of respectful connection and the mysterious pull of the perpetually unanswerable and unsearchable. We draw on our experiences of love, a love that's bigger than we are, and maybe even beyond limitations. We draw on wonder to lift our hearts and perspectives and move us beyond the mundane. As seekers and wanderers, appreciators of nature, connoisseurs of curiosity, and creators of connection, hopefully builders of bridges. The alliteration would make Bennett notes. Our paths have converged today so that we might become present in the spirit of worship. Mindful of truth ever exceeding our knowledge, and community ever exceeding our practice, reverently, we covenant together, beginning with ourselves as we are, to share the strength of integrity and the heritage of that spirit in the unending quest for greater wisdom and more transcendent love. Would someone like to lead the first part of our chalice lighting?
We light this chalice to celebrate Unitarian Universalism. This is the church of the open mind. This is the church of the helping hands. This is the church of the loving heart. Together, with mind, hands, and heart, we care for the earth and for each other.
Thank you. The miracles of electronics. For our ancestors and our children and ourselves. Each Sunday we light the chalice of our religious heritage. We do this for our ancestors because they taught us through their various religious traditions and by their actions to value and pursue justice and hope. And hopefully we can build on what they learned instead of following necessarily in their shoes. We do this for our children because they are learning the traditions that we teach and will learn more by our actions than by our words. We do this for ourselves so that we may be inspired to remember our beginnings, reflect on who we are now, and spread our wings and stretch our spirits as we understand who we truly seek to become. I have a second part of the chalice lighting, and it's a responsive reading from James Luther Adams, one of the primary theologians from our tradition. I call that church free which enters into covenant with the ultimate source of existence.
That sustaining and transforming power not made with human hands.
It binds together families and generations, protecting against the idolatry of any human claim to absolute truth or authority.
This covenant is the charter and responsibility and joy of worship in the face of death as well as life.
I call that church free, which brings individuals into a caring, trusting fellowship
That protects and nourishes their integrity and spiritual freedom that yearns to belong to the Church Universal.
It's open to insight and conscience from every source. It bursts through rigid tradition, giving rise to new and living language, to new and broader fellowship. Can you rise in body or spirit to say the unison affirmation as you go?
Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve human need, to begin that all souls shall grow into harmony with the sacred. Thus do we covenant with each other.
Our opening hymn is a modified version of We Sing Now Together. Words will be up here. And our version was modified from the one you might have grown up with anyway. Is that on?
of their pain. Oh, Christ would be friendly and greater hopes defending. The sacrifices honored, their works not in vain. We sing of the prophets, the teachers, the dreamers, designers, creators, and workers and seers. Our own lives expending, our gratitude commending, their deeds brought to fruition, but last through the years. We sing of the community now in the making, still deeply connect every region and land, with those of all races through time across the ages. We pledge ourselves in covenant firmly to stand.
Thank you. Please be seated.
So today, Reverend Barbara is going to be talking to those of you who don't go downstairs. And I've been hearing murmurings that some of the grown-ups, more of the grown-ups are wanting to go downstairs, looking at the fun things that are happening in Aggie's studio. We really appreciate her. But anyway, I wanted, before they go downstairs, I wanted to ask them if they would, whoever is comfortable doing so, to come up with their covenant and share that with the congregation. And the main thing, the main reason that I wanted to do that is to show you that we all make covenants here, from the littlest to the oldest, whatever we're doing, whether it's a class, whether it's a committee meeting, whether it is the whole congregation, whether it's our association in relation to other congregations in the Unitarian Universalist universe. And so I just, yeah, you want to, yeah. Here we go. I wanted to make sure they can see it. So what have we got on here? What's the first one? You want me to hold it so you can have it up? Okay. Here, you get over here.
Okay.
We'll figure this out.
Respect others' opinions and beliefs.
Respect others' opinions and beliefs. And that kind of implies what else? That you're going to listen, right? Because you need to listen and hear them in order to share
And that you're in
with
community with people who don't agree with you sometimes.
And sometimes you're in community with people who don't agree with you. That never happens with Unitarian Universalists, right? Okay, what else?
Leave the classroom as you found it or better.
Leave the classroom as you found it or better. How's that working out? What else?
Be kind.
Be kind. Is that maybe the most important? Do we think maybe that's, yeah. I kind of think so too. Elizabeth, did you want to read one?
Stay positive.
Stay positive. Say more about that. What were you thinking when y'all decided that stay positive was a good thing to say? It was a long time. You made this at the beginning of last year, didn't you? What did you say?
Who likes hearing no?
Who likes hearing no? That's right. Stay positive. And that's something I tell people about making covenants too, isn't it? That don't start with thou shalt not. Start with thou shalt. Or thou shalt try, at least. What else? Anybody?
Stay engaged in classroom activities.
Stay engaged. Stay with the group. There's teachers that have prepared something. there's people, your peers, that have important things to say, so stay involved, stay engaged, right? Okay, what else, Elizabeth?
Listen when someone else is talking.
Listen when someone else is talking. I think that's a good one. It's a good one for the grown-ups and the kids, right? Listen when someone else is talking. And
Respect personal space.
respect personal space. Everybody has their own idea of what their personal space should be, right? Okay. Is that? And then they all signed it. Or the ones that were there that day anyway to make the covenant, they signed it. Because that means what? What does it mean if you sign it?
It's an agreement.
It's an agreement, yeah. And what's another word we might use for that kind of agreement? The things that we make to each other.
Promise.
A promise, just like the song, it's a promise I will keep. And what happens when somebody steps out of the covenant? What do you do then? You remind them. Yeah. Do you remind them in a mean way?
No, you like do it politely.
Do it politely, yeah. And do you do it kind of in public to embarrass the person?
No, like probably pull them aside.
Yeah, if you can pull them aside, that's the thing to do. First try face to face, direct. You've got a problem with somebody. And sometimes that's a harder lesson for the grown-ups to learn than it is for the for the kids, but it's a good one. Thank y'all so much. I did not mean to put you in the spot. I really appreciate that. Covenants.
I moved the decoration this morning and the tape didn't want to re-stick. So if it falls apart, please ignore the person behind the curtain.
Oh, we need to sing.
Yeah.
Go now in peace,
Go now in peace. May the spirit of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go.
If you want your dream to be, take your time, go slow. If you want your dream to things, but take your want your heartfelt growth till your time goes through. If you want to live life things, but take your time, go slow. If you want to live life well, heartfelt
There's something, I think, beautiful about the idea of calling forth from ourselves our best, whatever that is. It suggests that our best is not something we have to manufacture from nothing. It also, it's something that's already within us. Perhaps waiting for the right moment, the right invitation, or the right relationship to bring it forward. And yet calling forth our best does not mean presenting something polished, perfect, some flawless version of ourselves. Our best is not the same as being flawless. Sometimes our best is courage. Sometimes it's patience. Sometimes it's simply the willingness to listen before we speak, to pause before we react, or to admit that we were wrong. To bring our best to community is to ask ourselves, what does this moment require of me? Not only what do I want, not only what do I think is right, but rather what can I offer that might help this, our shared community, become more compassionate, noble, more whole, more just. Self-reflection and accountability is where compassion and integrity meet. Compassion asks us to remember that everyone we encounter is carrying a life we cannot fully see. It calls us to make room for one another's struggles, differences, hopes, and imperfect efforts. Integrity or honor asks us to bring our words and our actions into alignment with our own values. It asks us to be honest, not only with others, but with ourselves too. Sometimes we need others to help us see what that is. To notice when our own comfort, assumptions, and preferences are shaping the way that we see things. Integrity demands that we remain teachable and open to learning. Calling on ourselves to take responsibility for our impact is an acknowledgement that community is not something other people are creating for us. We are continuously creating it together. What tone we project is likely to cycle back. What we say matters. How we say it matters. What we do matters. What we choose not to do matters. Each of us contributes something to the atmosphere we share, the air we breathe, and the water we're swimming in. Perhaps then calling forth our best is less about striving to be extraordinary and more about being fully present to the ordinary moments, the specific opportunities in front of us. It's an invitation to listen, a chance to repair, a moment to speak up, an opportunity to offer kindness, or simply a need for someone to show up and help carry what must be carried. I immediately think of tables out of the room. We do not have to bring our best every moment. Frankly, it's unlikely that we can or will. We're human. We're imperfect. We will sometimes be tired and impatient, distracted and scared. Healthy community makes room for that too. that perhaps we can keep calling one another and ourselves towards being better and towards better possibilities within us and within us. May we offer not perfection but presence, not certainty but integrity, being true to our deepest values and as open and honorable with others as possible. Not self-righteous but compassion. Moving beyond our opinions into willingness to take responsibility for the very community that we are creating. May we remember that sometimes the best we can give is not trying to offer answers, but having the willingness to remain respectfully in the relationship, all in a group, long enough for a better answer to emerge. We say that we're organized around covenant rather than creed. That means we make solemn promises with one another, me to each of you, and each of you in turn with me and each other. Our unison affirmation is easy to learn, it's easy to recite, and let our minds lightly skim through, but its breadth is considerable. Its implications are many and deep. It's not our only covenant or all there is to membership. But if we dig a bit deeper into it, it does go a long way. I know this is a long meditative section today, but I would like for us to go through our unison affirmation one line at a time, and I'll offer a thought or two as we go along. Ready? Love is the doctrine of this church.
The quest.
We know that the love of which we speak is nothing wimpy or sentimental, but rather expansive, rising above ordinary self-interest or emotion, all the way to generous, merciful strength and caring. Doctrine means that it is our collective code, the essence of all our teachings and the very core of what we promise to offer each other and the world. Second line. The quest for truth is its sacrament. We know that truth is ever unfolding, that none of us hold all the answers, and that some things defy understanding or black and white resolution. We're pledging to hold the tension of those paradoxes while individually and collectively we continue to seek out fact and principle that tie this all together. The third line. And service is its prayer. The way we as a congregation go about asking the universe for its support is through doing all we can to support it and all its inhabitants in return. That's our prayer. To dwell together in peace. Peace to asks a lot of us. As we witness across the globe, negotiations can be messy and clumsy, back and forth, up and down, but peace is non-aggressive. To dwell here in peace means what we do all we can to carry in internally and resolve our differences respectfully, continuing to address them until the best possible outcome is reached. And then to seek knowledge and freedom. The way I go about looking for answers may not be the same as yours, but I have the freedom and the right and the privilege to search in my own way. And then to serve him in need. Addressing and fulfilling as best we can the essential requirements to contribute to human well-being and development. Basic requirements of human need are food, shelter, sleep, emotional support, self-esteem, and a sense of belonging or love. Caring for such needs leaves room for personal growth and creativity and realizing our potential. Serving those needs offers the giver and the recipient and helps both find meaning and purpose in life. To the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the sacred. The reason we're doing any of this together, making these promises, is in hopes that every being might grow toward and find more resonance with the very source and essence of existence, life itself. We do it so that we can help one another become better along our way. We endeavor to help all beings reach their highest potential with good, including ourselves. Last word? Thank you. Last phrase, thus do we covenant with each other. It's a great deal to promise. My father used to say someone is only as good as their word. Ever heard that? May our pledge to one another and to the planet rest deeply in our hearts and spirits as inspiration, as aspiration, as motivation, strength, and humility. The title this morning was perhaps rather obviously a play on the words of Ark of the Covenant, which was the storage chest inside which the stone tablets that Moses came down from Mount Sinai with was placed in. The ark, that ark was spelled with a K, like Noah's Ark, which was another covenant. And this one is spelled with a C, meaning arch, or when we care for the earth, it's the rainbow shape that's the top part of that. Rainbow was a symbol of a covenant. But this ark, like the ark of the moral universe, is long and been stored justice from Theodore Parker and Martin Luther King Jr. What I'm talking about is covenants have a beginning. They have a path, and sometimes they end. The only time I can think of that really being appropriate is like abusive situations where you have to change where you are because a covenant has been broken. I'm sure there are others, but that's what comes to mind for me. They can be terminated because it's a contract by mutual agreement. But as members of a covenantal tradition, that's what holds us together. Now, our promises that we make to each other, we are making hopefully from the depths of our being. In any family, moving time is a stressful time, right?
No.
In any family, times of making big consequential decisions are stressful. The anxiety in a system is naturally higher in those times than usual, and when things move along somewhat more than in times when things move along more predictably, or more in a more familiar way, at least. Events and conditions around us now in the world certainly don't help that. So, I've heard a number of people say what they want most out of anything in this process is that we stay together. Mm-hmm. And so I want us to consider covenants today. Over time, and in almost any Unitarian Universalist event, you're going to find covenants being made. I'll get to that in a minute. They're made in, like Susan was talking about, in our religious education classes. There have been covenants for the adult religious education classes and for every children's religious education class that they forged themselves. Almost a couple of decades ago, we as a congregation made what we called a covenant of right relations. It was very involved. It was a process that took a lot of meetings and input from every member of this church, and then the things that were put into it were sifted down and formed into these. It was disturbing to me recently to realize there are a whole lot of members of this church that have never laid eyes on these. And so I want to put a copy of this in everybody's hand. Okay. Thank you, Susan. They can probably just pass them. I did not evenly break the stack.
I'm going to give you half of them.
And we can make more if we run out.
Yeah, we have a big
Um,
old coffee machine.
But at some point, I would like you to look through it. The deal with covenants, the art of covenants, is often they start with beautiful, poetic language that speaks in broad sweeps. As circumstances arrive, they get changed, or they become more detailed, or they address specific things that come along during the process. This one is very detailed. We had moved through a season with, I don't know that I need to get into that. It was at the end of another minister's time with us, and a lot of feelings had been hurt. And so that's why we came together to whittle this thing out. But you can look at it later, if you will. I also want to talk about some other covenants. There's one that we make, which one's first? I don't have my notes here yet. That we have more before that, I think. Before that. Okay, maybe not. Well, okay. Those were board covenants. There are two board covenant versions that I want to show you. One is from 20 some odd years ago, and it's a little bit more poetic, a little bit gentler, and then the next one gets more specific, down right to the matter, but not too detailed. But I don't know if that's given people time to actually read them. We listen respectfully to whoever is speaking. We will assume goodwill. That means asking for clarification, being open and honest when we are offended, being direct and avoiding triangulation, and creating a safe space for anyone to speak. We will step back to allow others to express their opinions and step up to express our own opinion. We'll look for a win-win solution, actively supporting each other and presenting a united front. This is from your board of directors, okay? We will function as a team. We will conduct church business with transparency. All meetings and communications will be open. We will respect people's privacy. We will be consistent. We will respect the roles and responsibilities of the staff and route any concerns through the proper channels. How many of y'all even know what the proper channels are? I'm not seeing a lot of. So, I mean, my point here is that the process that we went through for this, when we get to a place where we're kind of settled in and know what we're doing next, we probably need to do this again.
Yeah.
Okay? But the next board covenant, speak respectfully, address and resolve conflicts. I mean, it's not as flowery, right? But it's telling you more specifically what's expected. Okay. Extend forgiveness when offended and carry no grudges. Care for each other, and when we are in difficulty, come to board meetings prepared, informed. I have been reminded recently that expecting people to come prepared may be racist language.
No.
It's a covenant matters in multicultural circumstances are even more involved. And things that we can assume are just standard practice may not be. Anyway, I'm not sure that that's one of them. I'm not sure that's one of them, but I'm just saying we would all assume that's okay, you know. But as we go through this kind of a process, you can't assume anything. Anyway, I'm just trying to give examples. here?
I think it was things dealing more with, like, we have to stay on time, we have to stay on schedule, even if there's something we need to work out. I think those were the kinds of things they said were carryovers from white supremacy culture.
Okay. So sticking to the agenda and moving things on time, when there are things that need to be worked out, is more of a white culture expectation than other cultures. Let's see. Okay, so there's another one after these. Oh, that's not it. Okay. I'm just going to read you the one that's not showing up. It was part of, in this, what used to be called a district, the Southwest District of the Unitarian Universalist Conference, was here for decades and generations, and then it merged with another district and became the Southern Region. Each of those districts had their own kind of conferences. So we continued to have one in this area. The 5-state southwestern district was Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, a tip of Tennessee, and something into Mexico.
And a bit of Missouri.
Do what?
A bit of Missouri.
And a bit of Missouri. So it was this area that didn't include whole states, but it touched on at least 5 states and 2 countries. That conference, we had people present covenants. One of them was an aspirational covenant that we use for the beginning of our chalice circles, which are our small groups that we occasionally organize here at All Souls. So that covenant reads, "With hope for a bright future, I come in trust. With love in my heart for all of creation, I come in humility. Seeking justice for all, marginalizing none, I come in open-mindedness. With courage, I come willing to be transformed. With great joy, I come to bind myself to you so that together we can do what I cannot do alone." I had intended for us to hear that one before the board covenant. But anxious times challenge us, right? They make feeling relaxed and easy with one another a little bit harder. When we deal with a shortage of time or a shortage of sleep, it can be compounded. The ambiguity of a lot of things in our state, in our country, in the world, compounds all of that. The complications of being in a new and less permanent place, though we are likely to be here for better than a year. And deciphering what comes next are all stressful. Being our best selves necessarily has to come from a place of intention. Our intentions are good. All of our intentions are good. Our goals are beautiful and worthy. We have so little time together each week that there is a whole lot of our lives that we don't know about each other. Hopefully, when we spend more time together, we get to know more. Often, the most formative factors in our lives are the things that we most conceal from other people. The things that have shaped us the most, we try to keep the most secret. So we don't know any of that stuff about other people, or a whole lot of other people, or a lot of people that we even care deeply about. What we do know is that the values of this faith and this denomination, this movement, this tradition have called each and every one of us to be here together. We share a deep longing for a world made more fair, more beautiful and more peaceful and whole. We long to be part of the solutions and not problems. To be part of the healing of this hurt and fractured world. Can we make that enough for now? Can we let that be enough as over time we learn more about each other, as over time we find our way, find new ways and places to again settle in? Can we let the awareness that what pulls us together is something we have in common keep us bound through all these processes? If we get uncomfortable, will we stick it out? I kind of wrote one I'd like us to consider. This is just one to walk around in. Hopefully it'll feel comfortable for you. This morning, let us try on something else new. And if you're willing, you can read it along with me. As we walk together, if you will, let us covenant to do all we can to listen with open hearts, to work together for a good of our community, to make room for one another's differences. We will strive to forgive when we hurt one another, to ask forgiveness when we have caused harm, and to remember that none of us comes to this community perfect. There will be times, There will be times when our traditions disappoint us, when we disagree, stumble, or lose our way, when our community breaks our hearts. When that happens, may we not turn away too quickly. Instead, may we remember what brought us here, the longing to belong, the courage to seek truth, and the love that binds us together. And when we fall short of these lofty goals, love will call us back. Love will call us back. Our closing hymn is We Would Be One, that I stuck in there. It's not on your orders of service because I changed my mind last night when I was finishing this. So if you'll rise in body or spirit, the lyrics will be on the screen. And if we can zoom in from here, it's not going to let us. I doubt they can see it on their if they're watching on the telephone.
Probably not.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Understanding
the end, so you may want to sit down. As we end our time together today in spiritual community, may we depart this place or stay. The place that we make sacred by being here together and by the very values that we try to live into. Knowing that goodwill, good karma, positive possibilities will follow us all the days of our lives if we live in and return to right relationships. If we extend grace and forgiveness to ourselves and others, if we behold mercy as a spiritual superpower, if we emanate the greater love that holds us close, may our lives radiate the uncommon blessings that we have been given. May kindness and compassion fall gently from us. May there be peace in the world, and may it begin again with us. That which is worthy of doing, create with our hands. That which is worthy of repeating, speak with a clear voice. That which is worthy of remembering, hold in your hearts. And that which is worthy of living, go and live now in the world. Quiet. Let's go in peace with love in our hearts and the courage to live into the very values we share. Stick around for the meeting. Amen. Ashe. So be it. Blessed be. Namaste.
Rolling the ball, rolling the ball, rolling the ball to me. Rolling the ball, rolling the ball to me. They are not in time. I was not thinking they were with my mind. Thinking myself.
Yeah, that's what I